Hello everyone. I'm glad to have you all here. Welcome to Tutor Pro TOEIC class online. And today we'll be using Target Score, which is Cambridge University Press published book, and I recommend this book for so many different reasons. I'm not going to go into the details of the reason, but the one reason that I want you to use this book is because this book will get you the score you deserve. But anyway, let's get to what we are supposed to be doing today, which is grammar check. And why we need to do grammar check? Because when you do the listening, you might have some questions about the sentence structure, about why this sentence is not correct, and why that sentence is correct. To better understand how to choose the correct sentences during your TOEIC test, we need to go through the grammars. Here, today we'll be focusing on tense. There are, present tense, past tense, and future tense. We will do them all one by one in different classes. But today we'll be focusing on only present simple and present continuous tense. There are few reasons and situations when we use present simple and continuous tense. And we'll start with present simple. And I'm going to tell you those points that you can also see in your book if you have the book in your hand. The situations in which we use present simple is A, to talk about things that happen regularly. Talk about things that happen regularly. That's A. B, to express our thoughts and feelings. In order to express our thoughts and feelings, yes, we have to use present simple tense. There's no other better tense than this to describe and talk about your thoughts and feelings and express them. C, to tell a story. If you're telling a story on a stage, a lot of people use present tense, present simple tense. Sometimes they may use past tense, but we'll talk about it when we get there. And I'll give you those examples. You will also have them in a book, the book in your hand. D, to talk about future events that have a timetable. There is a typo, that have a timetable. Okay, that have a timetable. And I'll give you the examples, which is also in your book. Here, if you have gone through all those 4 points, A, B, C, and D, let's see how much you understand those points. And I'm going to give you one example at a time. First example. Then she gets offered a job in this small town in the country. So she decides to move there with the family. What does it sound like? Think about it. A girl gets offered a job in the country. Country means countryside. And so she decides to move with the family. To me, it sounds like a story. So that satisfies number C here. Do you agree with me? If you don't, you can ask me later. Okay, let's take 2 minutes. Okay, and I have got another example for you. We usually start at 7:30 and work through until 4. What does it sound like? Does it sound like any of the 4 written above here? Think about it. To me, it sounds like that this sentence is talking about things that happen regularly. Does it sound the same to you? It might. So if it does, then we can use A here. So that satisfies another situation listed here. Now, let's take one more minute and let me write the next sentence. I think they need to hire some extra staff. All right, let's start again. Another example, I think they need to hire some extra staff. I think, that's my opinion. And I'm expressing my opinion. And that sounds like it satisfies number B. Do you agree? If you don't, ask me later. But I think it is my expression. Because it says, I think. That's express. I think. And let me give you the last example of present simple. And let me write it down. We fly back from Lisbon on Friday afternoon. Well, let's look at the sentence. We fly back from Lisbon on Friday afternoon. That's what we do every Friday afternoon, regularly. Not regularly. It is something that we will be doing on Friday afternoon. So that satisfies point number D, where we use present simple tense to talk about future events that have a timetable. Timetable. And that is Friday afternoon. That is the timetable here, on Friday afternoon. That's about present simple tense. These are 4 situations where we use present simple tense. Now I'm going to give you some of the examples of present simple, present continuous tense. Let me give you some samples and example sentences and situations of present continuous tense. Let's take 1 minute break here so that I can. Let's start. These are the situations when you use present continuous tense. A, to describe things that happen as we speak. B, to talk about changes that are taking place right now. C, to refer to conditions that are temporary, something that are not going to be there for a long time, temporary. D, to talk about immediate future plans. To talk about immediate future plans. Here, the white sentence that we have here is companies are using more temporary workers. Companies are using more temporary workers. Companies use permanent workers, but they are now using temporary workers. Maybe they have some problem, they want to cut some cost. So what does this mean? To me, it means like we are using present continuous tense in this sentence to talk about changes that are taking place right now. They're taking place right now. It's happening right now. Now I'm going to write another sentence. Here we may take 10 seconds break or not. We can see that later. But let me write the sentence first. The first candidate is arriving at 9. Candidate is the first candidate is arriving at 9. Didn't come yet, didn't arrive yet. He is going to arrive at 9. That also that means something is going to happen in the future. So we are using is arriving, present continuous tense, to refer to some future plans or immediate future plans. Like, I'm going to the Ali Mountain tomorrow. Immediate future plan, not next year, immediate future plan. So this sentence satisfies point D here. Then the next one. Next example sentence, she's printing out some documents. She is printing out some documents. What is she doing? She's printing out some documents. Right now, as we speak, we are speaking, and she in the office is printing out some documents as we speak. So that's the sentence here that is used to describe things that happen as we speak right now. Somebody is doing something as we are having the class. So she is printing out some documents as we speak. One more example sentence to satisfy one of the other points on the list. Let me write it down here, and I'm replacing him all this week.